Hi, brothers and sisters. This is Vince, president for Local 14-0, president 2014. Election will be this Tuesday, tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in an election-style balloting process. I need your vote. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, VCam. Folks, I hope for those who don't know me, I was the president. I served for 5 years in office. I'm more than qualified. You elected me prior to that, starting in 1997. Well, actually, before that, you elected me as a delegate to go the first time when I went to Puerto Rico representing the local. Since then, I've been elected as delegate every time, and I always brought back a report. Then I started posting it. Then I started writing the VCam press that a lot of you are familiar with. Additionally qualified, I'm the son of Lorenzo Cameron, a longshoreman who worked on these docks for 44 years before he retired. My daddy left me, he's gone now, but he left some large shoes to fill in regards to civic and political involvement in the community and in the union. So I had big shoes to fill. I tried to step into them. I'll never be the man my daddy was, but that doesn't mean that I won't keep trying for his sake and for the sake of my members. I'm college educated. I also went to St. Pius and Bishop Kenny locally in LCCJ. I'm a landlord and business owner. I currently sit on the Civil Service Board of Jacksonville. That is a grievance board as well that believes in progressive discipline with city employees and the like, so I've got a lot of experience there. I graduated out of Leadership Jacksonville class of '98. JCI, CBTU, Jacksonville Urban League Auxiliary, all involved in that. A former NAACP executive board member. I'm a Christian over at Mount Calvary. Negotiated several ILA contracts, 5 deep sea, 1 maintenance. Drafted new local bylaws that we got approved through the International in 2005 after the bylaws hadn't been revised in 25 years before I became president. But I saw a need there and I got on top of it, and in about less than 2 years we had a new set of bylaws that got approved and ratified in December of 2005. And I've got 40 plus hours in pension training with what they call it, the foundation, which is a workshop that you go to get an understanding on how these pensions go, right? So I got a excellent understanding of the whole pension process. I put a lot of hours in. I wanted to educate myself to make a better product for you. I additionally felt like when I came into this thing, I was falling into my daddy's job and it couldn't fall apart on my watch. So that made it especially important for me to take it to the next level, and I worked really hard to be successful at it. As a matter of fact, maybe I was too intense, and that, I think, my brothers and sisters, is where I kind of lost it a little bit, because I was so I was wound tight trying to make a difference, because I didn't want this to fall apart on me, because this is where I found it, and I'm proud of this. It's an awesome job to have, and we've got an opportunity, and we've got to keep this opportunity going. We've had those who would take advantage of it and have their fun, and we have to say nay to them, and we start saying nay again come June 24th, Tuesday, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, additionally, I stayed involved even when I came out. The last time I served this local as its president was December 31st, 2008. I continued to stay involved, though, as you sent me as a delegate to the contract negotiations. I pushed issues that were relevant to this port. Matter of fact, that's why we've got language in the contract right now that allows us to divert $1 from our pockets into the fringes. And then at the district level, I went on my own out my pocket. We're negotiating in Savannah, and also in Atlanta. I went there out of my pocket and to address the issues of concern. And I got to give credit to Mark Ortega. He addressed the Checkers president. We were both on the same page, pushing for a vehicle in which we could divert money from our pockets on car boats into the fringes, which we were able to achieve. So we've got those options in place. We are trying to make a better finished product where pensions are concerned, because if we can increase the income stream, then we can raise the bar. I engaged this trusteeship that we've been in, this failed trusteeship that we've been up under for the last 16, 17 months. Well, no one else that is offering themselves up for leadership of this local has tried to fight this trusteeship. Now there has been scuttlebutt and there's been accusation put in by one of the campaigns, the Incredible Shrinking Man. He says that it was all part of a big conspiracy. Not only the road gotta go, which I'm gonna grab this shirt and show you. This is the road gotta go campaign, right? And on the back it says, road gotta go. No visibility, no accountability, no ability. The con job is over. This website, roadgottago.com, is still up to this day. At the end of the day, back when Roe was in there, more road meant more mess. And we was tired of that. We went from $1.6 million in the treasury to less than $400,000. Folks, these ain't things I made up. These are legitimate things that you can check and find out from others. If you want to go to the website, roadgottago.com, it's still up. But I'm not thinking about Roe at this point. I mean, while he's made some accusations, when the trusteeship went in place, Charles Spencer was leading headlong trying to make this thing a reality. He's the one that said that the local was running on autopilot under Chip Johnson, and he discredited him. And the four major players in that, Fred Wakefield, Romine Johnson, Warren Smith, and Charles Spencer. And at the end of the day, Roe thought he was going to get the local when it went in the trusteeship because Charles made him think that. But Charles Spencer was the one that said, oh no, Micah and Roe messed up the money at the council level. They ain't going to continue to mess the local up. He had designs for Fred, right? So there's no honor among thieves. So he got crossed out. So now he makes a video and he tells you that the Roe Gotta Go conspiracy extended not just to getting rid of him, but also getting rid of Chip. And that's just categorically untrue, folks. The facts just don't bear it out. Once again, we got some more lies put into this equation. Aren't you tired of lies, right? You know for yourself. Who the ones that raised money trying to fight this trusteeship? Didn't we raise money? I was one that put money in. Plenty of us put money in fighting this trusteeship. Well, it was derailed, it wasn't successful, but that didn't stop me from continuing to communicate with the International about the wayward nature of this trusteeship. And it took a while. It took almost a year before it gained traction and they realized what I was saying wasn't mess, that it was legitimate, and that they were getting the local wasn't getting any better served under this trusteeship. And so then they finally agreed to end this trusteeship. And they agreed all the way back in December. And look at it, we now find ourselves on the doorstep of July before we finally bring this thing to an end. Why? Because they've been stalling the whole time. While they're jumping around having super secret training sessions and putting new seniority in place and trying to lock people's jobs in and firing people and giving these crazy raises and all of this stuff, all this madness going on over these last 6 months. It has been a nightmare. Brothers and sisters, I know you're tired of nightmare. I'm tired of nightmare. I've been dealing with this at ground zero, and I was more than frustrated. Can't believe that things could go as bad as they have. But we got a chance to get this thing back on track. Now, I say to you that one of the things that was said the other night at the forum was, I didn't spend the money, you spent the money. I didn't do anything that y'all didn't approve to do. I guess we must have forgot that the Incredible Shrinking Man had his own ringers in the audience coming to second the motion before the motion was even made. Do you remember that? Remember the older lady that joined that only have 100 hours that was going to be the water person? Remember her? She all of a sudden was making seconds to motions to get whatever they wanted in place. At the end of the time, you expect a president to be a proper steward of the locals' properties and affairs, and that did not happen. Now, if we're going to move forward, if we're going to go and see the bigger picture, if we're going to get us a new union hall, if we're going to get our parking straight, if we're going to redo these check-on cards, which I might say are the ones that I invented, these Tesla-based cards, I created that. That design that's on the card is still the design that I created, right? Nothing has changed since I left office. What does that tell you? That tells you that nobody's got no intention to do better. They just coasting, having the time of their life. We know the Wi-Fi is jacked up right now. You can't even get the Wi-Fi anymore. The website, you got to go to page 3, right? I mean, the electronic billboard that I put out front, they got that all messed up. These are things that could have been done yesterday. A lot full of potholes. Are you kidding me? The simple stuff that ain't being done because nobody cares and nobody's truly minding the store, right? They just having the time of their lives. Under my strong leadership, we'll get back on track. You'll feel like there are positive things occurring once again and we're moving forward. That is what it's all about, folks. You are working hard enough on these docks. All I've ever asked you to do is give an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, and we'll move mountains. We'll take care of the rest. You put me back in there, brothers and sisters, and you won't. You will not regret it. Tomorrow's election is about the survival of this local. That's what it comes down to. And if we want to go forward, we want to stay relevant, then you've got to vote for strong leadership. Don't get hosed by the cacophony of different lives that are piling up on top of each other that don't even make sense. Don't fall for the people that got these vested agendas. Yeah, they want certain people because they get a come up. I always said that, you know, the playing field, there's enough out here for all of us, but the playing field is like this. All I want to do is this: level the playing field for everybody. I don't have any kids out here. I don't got any family out here. I don't have any dead weight to make this a burden upon the membership. All I can do is move it forward in the memory of my father and for the future legacy of the longshoremen to come. I know we've got a lot of work to do. I hope you consider voting for me. It'll be a vote in the right direction, if only to give me these 6 months so I can show you how the wheels of progress can start again and make you swell with pride, knowing that after all this time, we can do better. We can do better. I made a lot of things happen when I was in this office the last time, but it wasn't perfect. I made some mistakes, but I say to you, we had more progress than regress. And if you want to get back on that track, I'll tell you this: I've learned a lot from the mistakes I made, and I think that will make a better product this time. On the back of this shirt, you know what it says? It says, don't go by what you heard, I grow daily. Right? Your messenger might have outdated information. I say that to mean that the Vince Cameron before you is not the Vince Cameron of the past. I'm humbled by the fact of what the mistakes I made, and it made me a better product. And I say to you, I can raise the bar. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat them. Now, who of us among us has not made a mistake or two? I made mine. I ask you to forgive me and give me a chance to get this local moving together. I'm looking forward to having a strong leadership body around me, and we'll move mountains, brothers and sisters. Thank you for the time that you've taken to watch this video. God bless you. God bless the ILA.